I call this meeting of the Northeast Independent School District to order. Let the record show that a quorum of board members is present, that this meeting has been duly called, and that notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code Chapter 551. The board will now adjourn into executive session pursuant to the following sections of the Texas Open Meetings Act. Texas Government Code Section 551.071, private consultation with the board's attorney. 551.072, discussing purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property, and 551.074, to discuss personnel or to hear complaints against personnel. The time is 5:30. The board will now reconvene into open session. The time is 6:53. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the trustees, I would like to welcome all of you to this evening's meeting of the Northeast Independent School Board. This is a business meeting of the board held in public. We appreciate your attendance and request your respectful attention. We welcome your comments during matters from the floor section of the agenda. If you signed up to address a specific action agenda item, you will be called at that time. Finally, I would like to remind you that it is the mission of the Northeast Independent School District to challenge and encourage each student to achieve and demonstrate academic excellence, technical skills, and responsible citizenship. And the time is 6:54. Next item.
5, Invocation and Pledge of Allegiance. A, Eisenhower Middle School, Principal Cynthia Rubio.
Thank you. President Bresnahan, members of the board, Dr. Gottardy, members of executive staff, and guests, it's my pleasure to introduce two students at Eisenhower Middle School. Both of these students represent the Ike Generals and what we strive for every day from each student. They're involved in multiple areas of the school: National Junior Honor Society, Student Council, PALS, athletics, academics, organizations in and outside of the school. I'd like to highlight a few of Jordan's many accomplishments in and out of the school. National Junior Honor Society President, 8th grade. Straight A student. Student Council President, 5th grade. District Track Champion, 7th grade. Starter for Basketball A Team, 7th grade. President's Award, 6th grade. Peer Mentor, 4th and 5th grade. Accomplished Debater, 7th and 8th grade. Jordan Wolff is here with his parents, Kenneth and Helene, and his younger brother, Gabe.
And would you please stand so we can all recognize you and your family? Thank you.
I'd like to highlight a few of Michaela's many accomplishments, both in and out of school. She's in PALS, Student Council, cheer captain, volunteer at Kennesaw National Park, volunteer team manager, volleyball team manager, first place winner at Theater Festival. Michaela Chapman Nash is here with her father, Reginald Chapman. At this time, Michaela will lead us with a thought for the evening, and then Jordan will lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance and Texas flag. Would everyone please rise?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Michaela Chapman Nash. I am currently an 8th grader at Eisenhower Middle School. At the end of my 6th grade year, I came to Eisenhower from Arizona. Like most kids in this position, I was scared of the change. Eisenhower Middle School was so much bigger than my previous school. Throughout my 2 years I've been in Eisenhower, I've had plenty of wonderful opportunities at my disposal. This is something that I didn't have at my previous school. Both years I've been at Eisenhower, I've had the humbling opportunity of being in several organizations on campus, like Student Council, theater, and being a manager of the Lady Generals volleyball team. My favorite organization by far has been PALS. I enjoy helping others and bettering my school and community. It's a great feeling to know I am a part of that help. By doing so, it has also helped better myself, stay organized, and work on my communication and confidence. Without all of this, I would not be who I am today. Since I've been at Eisenhower, I have excelled academically and become an even better, well-rounded individual. Eisenhower is an amazing school. I am proud to be a general in and a product of public education. The message I want to leave with you tonight is not to be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to be different, and always follow your dreams.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
And to Mr. Wolff and Michaela, we've got some certificates, so if you'd like to come up to right in front of the dais. And Mrs. Sandi Wolff, our newest board member, is going to present you with the certificates. And I want to say to both of you, we're glad you're Eisenhower Generals also. And Michaela, you look like a lovely, confident young woman, so I'm sure that will continue. And Mr. Wolff, you as well. So thank you, congratulations, and I'm glad your families were able to be here. And Ms. Lubio, why don't you get in the picture with the kids? That'd be great. Okay, no problem.
He took this picture of him and I back in the 5th grade. I look much younger than that.
That's way cool.
Mrs. Rubio, thank you for coming and bringing your students. It's such a pleasure. And this is probably a good time to exit, so unless you'd like to stay, you're welcome as well. I kind of,
Thank you.
thank you.
So cute. But that little thing's gonna be just like a big girl.
Next item.
6, recognitions. A, National Healthy Schools Award.
And this is Mr. Clary, and I don't see Mr. Clary. So,
So look who we see.
yes, because, thank you.
Good evening. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Sure.
I have an excellent group to introduce to you, and it includes several schools. So I'm going to give you a short introduction to the Healthy Schools Award first. In response to the rapid increase in childhood obesity rates over the last 3 decades, the Alliance for a Healthier Generation was founded by the American Heart Association and the Clinton Foundation to serve as a catalyst for improving children's health. In 2006, the Alliance formed the Healthy Schools Program, which has grown to become the nation's most extensive effort to prevent childhood obesity in schools, now reaching nearly 15 million students in more than 25,000 schools in every state and the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico. The Healthy Schools Program has provided a framework for campuses to follow to build a healthier school environment and thereby achieve bronze, silver, or gold level awards. To earn the National Healthy Schools Award, schools must improve their nutrition and wellness services and physical activity programs to meet or exceed stringent standards set by the Alliance. Schools are eligible for bronze, silver, or gold awards based on their level of achievement. This year, 250 schools across the nation are being recognized with the National Healthy Schools Award. The Alliance recognized 4 Northeast ISD schools: Encino Park Elementary, Garner Middle School, Nimitz Middle School, and Churchill High School with the 2014 National Healthy Schools Award. Representatives from each school received this award on September 13th at the Alliance 2014 Leaders Summit in Washington, D.C. Today, we would like to recognize the Northeast ISD individuals whose efforts earned this prestigious award for the following schools. And so as I call their names, I would love for them to come to the front so that they can be recognized. From Encino Park Elementary, who received the Bronze Award, we have Principal John Hines and Teacher Don Greenwood. From Garner Middle School, who also received the Bronze Award, we have Principal David Crow, Melinda Ochoa, Paul Melendez, and Kenneth Bridges. From Nimitz Middle School, who also received a Bronze Award, we have Principal Dana Solhansky and Francisco Martinez. And from Churchill High School, who received the Silver Award, which, by the way, Churchill High School is the first high school in the state of Texas to earn this honor, Principal Justin Oxley. And as a last quick introduction, I would like to introduce our nutrition and wellness coordinator, who works in the school nutrition department, who helped assist these campuses with applying for the award, and that would be Katie Bowen. And so congratulations to all of you. I know this takes a lot of hard work and a lot of coordination in the entire school and the entire campus. And President Bresnahan is coming to present you with some certificates.
Congratulations, Mr. Oxley. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Mrs. Hughey, are we ready? Next item.
B, NISA Student Recognition.
Mrs. Schumacher? Dr. Newman, sorry.
That's okay. I was going to ask Mrs. Schumacher to come up. Thank you.
Madam President, board members, Dr. Gottardy, executive staff, and guests. As one of 5 individuals who sat around a table in 1996, which certainly dates me, that wasn't my first year either, to bring form to the concept of an arts magnet, little did we realize the success that this program would have and the literally thousands of students that it has impacted over 18 years. And as in any organization in education or outside of education, it all begins with leadership. And I have 3 individuals up here, Miss Dina Mabry and David Connolly, but also Mark Ayers is here. Dina and Mark are co-directors of this program. And we were just talking this evening, when we were beginning to think about staffing this program, and we got to the dance department, we decided the only person who could pull this off was Dina Mabry. And she was working professionally at the time, but we found out that she was an easy prey to begging, so we began begging. And then she began begging Mr. Ayers, who was also working professionally. So 18 years later, with Dina, not only is she still the head of the dance department, but she's one of the co-directors. And with her, who is the architect of the musical theater department, is David Connolly. And he's a working professional also. In fact, at this very moment, he's late to a rehearsal for Who's Afraid of Virginia Wolff. He's one of the leads in that, which will be opening at the new Tobin Center, Black Box, next month. So the important thing about these people is they are professionals in their own right, but they're great teachers, and they're great inspiration to kids. So I'm going to turn this over to Dina next, and she will take it from there.
Thank you so much. I'm going to tell you a little story. The Hollywood Reporter is a highly respected trade magazine in the entertainment industry. It was established in 1930, and it focuses on theater, television, and film. This past summer, the Hollywood Reporter asked casting agents in New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles to create a list of the top 25 universities that produce hireable talent. Next, Hollywood Reporter asked these 25 universities to name the top 10 high schools in the United States that serve as launch pads for teenage talent. We are so thrilled that Nisa was number 8 in the top 10 list of high schools in the United States that serve as launch pads for teenage talent. We are so thrilled with this accomplishment, and it frankly just would not have happened without the man who humbly calls himself the acting teacher at Nisa, who directs the musicals and the straight plays. David Connolly has created a curriculum that has proven successful year after year in getting students not only accepted into colleges, but also with plenty of scholarship money, or to go on immediately and work professionally in the industry. He also has set a standard and creates an atmosphere in his program that simply breeds success. So I'd like to introduce David Connolly.
Thanks, Dina. I brought our first Nisa action figure, fashion doll. This is Grace Phipps from 2010 as Leela in Disney's Teen Beach Movie. Teen Beach Movie 2 will be out next summer, so you might be looking in Target and other stores for Grace's next. And this is Grace. That's Grace singing from the movie. Isn't it wild? Thanks so much for recognizing our kids here tonight. Leonard Bernstein said, "Art never stopped a war and never got anyone a job. That was never its function. Art cannot change events, but it can change people. It can affect people so that they are changed because people are changed by the arts. Enriched, ennobled, encouraged, they then act in a way that may affect the course of events by the way they vote, they behave, and the way they think." And it was a great surprise to receive this notice from the Hollywood Reporter. In fact, if it hadn't been for one of our alumni posting a picture of this top 10 list in Facebook, and one of our MT moms, when I say MT, it's musical theater, it's not like an empty person. One of our MT moms tracked down where this thing came from. Without them, we probably wouldn't even know this had happened now. And if there's one thing I hope you'll take away from our presentation tonight, it's that Nisa works. 18 years ago, a specialized magnet arts program was created for the Lee campus. Today, 422 young artists mix into Lee, ISA, and STEM student population there on Jackson Keller. And Nisa is an amazing place. I often imagine what it would have been like to spend my high school years in a place like this. I mean, I spent much too much time in my high school in Waldoboro, Maine, way up north, hiding the things I was passionate about, afraid that if other kids found out I would be mocked or bullied, and I can assure you that that was a real fear for me at that time. And if not for my sophomore year English teacher, I don't know where I would be today. He saw something special in me and sent me on my path. And at Nisa, the kids find more than just a path, they find their tribe. Every year I hear moving stories from our new freshmen who often describe coming from an isolated and alienated experience to discover at Nisa the open arms of kids just like them. At Nisa, the word normal is a criticism. There is nothing normal about our kids, God forbid. Nisa kids are kooky, original, passionate, eccentric, loud, oddball, and outrageous. Just like James Joyce, Lady Gaga, the Cohen and Marx brothers, Martha Graham, John Lennon, Billie Holiday, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Charlie Chaplin, Virginia Woolf, Sandra Cisneros, Andy Warhol, Vincent van Gogh, Miles Davis, Igor Stravinsky, James Baldwin, and the Bobs, Dylan, and Fosse. To name a few Nisa tribe mates. Among their tribe, their Nisa home, our kids find the confidence and the encouragement to be unapologetically who they are. Painters, writers, actors, singers, dancers, designers, filmmakers, composers, musicians, technicians. Nisa alumni are building careers in film, television, publishing, popular and classical music, theatrical lighting and sound, producing, filmmaking, Broadway, off-Broadway, regional theater, education. There are 2 Nisa musical theater alums teaching at the Taft and MacArthur theater departments, and there's 1 Nisa dance alum who's been teaching in the Nisa dance department for going on 9 years now. And these alums are working and creating art in New York, Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, Austin, Santa Fe, and of course, San Antonio. And Nisa students are talented, but Nisa doesn't have a monopoly on talent. Every campus throughout our district has talented students. What Nisa students carry along with their talent, though, is determination, tenacity, as Tennessee Williams might have called it. Nisa students are willing to leave the security of their traditional home campus, of their established school friends, and shift to a place that will offer them a specialized curriculum, programs of advanced content demanding rigor and discipline, a place where they are constantly challenged by teachers and peers alike. Can you imagine having done that when you left middle school for high school? It's amazing courage. There's an old saying that there's no such thing as bad publicity. Since the near closing of Nisa in 2010, our audition numbers have risen every year. In 2010, there were 65 students in the musical theater program, and today there are 102. Since 2009, 122 musical theater majors have graduated and have received scholarship offers during that time, totaling more than $15.6 million. And you should know that every MT student graduated in that time. In fact, we've never had a student who did not graduate from high school. And that's what's important. That's really what Nisa is all about, providing gifted young artists with a special place to spend their high school careers. We want them to succeed. We want them to achieve. We want them to go to college. We're not here to make kids stars. We're here to help kids make their way into life. The art greases the wheels. Lastly, I want to acknowledge my colleagues who are not here tonight. There are 9 of us, with 2 doubling as our teacher co-directors. Most of us have not only taught at Nisa for over 15 years, but we've also created the specialized curriculums that we teach from in creative writing, cinema, dance, instrumental music, musical theater, technical theater, and visual art. If our musical theater majors are making an impression among those schools cited by the Hollywood Reporter, it's because they've been shaped not only by the acting, voice, and dance training, but also by collaboration with all of our other teachers. One of the miracles of Nisa is that a group of teachers have collaborated with grace and mutual respect for 16 years, creating together a safe, nurturing, and demanding environment for our students. This has been a rare and wonderful thing. And teaching is hard. Teaching in the public school system in Texas over the past decade has been hard, and that's not news to everybody who's in this room who's been working in public education. There have been a lot of challenges. I often tell people it's amazing that a school like Nisa exists in this time, in these days. Dr. Gottardy, the NEISD Administration and Board, you deserve great admiration and our gratitude for your ongoing commitment to all the specialized programs that NEISD has created for our children. My daughter, Anna, was a Summa graduate of Lee from the MT program last year and is now in the BFA acting program at DePaul's Theater School. My son, Aiden, is a sophomore at Lee as a visual art major at Nisa. The most crushing blow I felt in 2010 after the news that Nisa might close was the thought that my children might not have the chance to attend this school. Thank goodness they have had this opportunity. As a parent, my perception of the Nisa student experience was transformed when my daughter joined the MT program, and I saw what the experience was like through the students' eyes. I saw her and the parade of her classmates through my house, transformed by their experience of meeting, learning, growing, playing, and loving each other. This was not my high school experience. The power of Nisa is the result of the people who come together there, students and teachers, artists, and mentors. So thank you again for recognizing Nisa tonight and the accomplishments of our loud, strange, strong-willed young artists. Now I'd like to introduce two of them, musical theater seniors Sarah Sargent and Marcos Ramirez.
Hello, I'm Sarah Sargent, and I'm a senior this year. And I'm a double major at Nisa in musical theater and dance, and I just wanted to share an experience with everyone. So November 8th, 2012, it was opening night for Les Miserables, my freshman year. I was so excited. However, I was under tremendous pressure and stress because I had a very important role. I was beggar number 38, and it was my responsibility to bring on the Thénardier's door. I had to find this small hole in the ground and stick the door in the hole. It might sound odd, but this task was giving me horrible anxiety. This is Nisa we're talking about. This is the school where the best of the best productions are created, and I could not ruin it by messing up my job. And I'm proud to say that I did it. Lost my spot, sorry. I did it. The door was spectacularly placed. It was a flawless scene change, and I felt so accomplished. When the curtain came up for bows, I was among my fellow beggars, and something very rare happened. All of a sudden, when the curtain rose to reveal the audience, I was engulfed with a feeling of pure joy. It was the most sensational feeling. My breath became deep, my heart was pounding, and I was smiling so hard that the audience most likely thought I was in pain. And I knew at that moment that I wanted to experience this feeling for the rest of my life. Nisa has taught me the true meaning of an ensemble. An ensemble is where a large group of people work together to accomplish one goal. Every role, from the actors to the backstage crew, is important. Each member is vital because without beggar number 38, there would have been no entrance into the home of the Thénardiers. I discovered that I was now a part of a family that created art. Nisa had trained me in acting, singing, and dancing, and this program gave me a community where I can express myself through performing. In addition to instilling the value of an ensemble, Nisa has helped me to discover my individuality. I'm proud to be the person that I have become at Nisa. Being your weird artistic self is highly encouraged, as Mr. Connolly mentioned. And throughout the past 3 years, I've gained confidence in myself as a performer and an overall person. This confidence has pushed me to pursue theater as a career. And it's my senior year, and when I reflect on my days at Nisa, I could not imagine attending any other school. Nisa has truly impacted my life and myself as a performer. Thank you so much to the superintendent and the board of NEISD for all that you do, and we're just so blessed to still be going strong. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Marcos Ramirez, and I'm a senior musical theater major at the Northeast School of the Arts at Robert E. Lee High School. For the past 4 years of my life, Nisa has been this huge driving force for my own growth and success, both artistically and academically. When you first come to Nisa, you don't really know what to expect. Once you're here, however, you suddenly find yourself in this amazing world where your interests and passions in the art are taken as seriously as math or English or science. This has been a life-changing notion that has influenced my development over the years. And as someone who has been at Nisa since their freshman year, I think I've started to take that for granted. The environment and culture of Nisa has been so routine for us over the years that we start to lose sight of just how lucky we are. As I reflect back on it, however, the Nisa community, this includes both the faculty and the student body, has been molding me to be the best that I can possibly be and then to constantly strive for more. Nisa is a family that loves you and supports you and encourages you. It gives you new ideas to reevaluate who you are and the tools to attack a new opportunity head on. The training and education at Nisa have been invaluable and unquestionably exceptional. This is not to praise Nisa above Lee High School, just the opposite. I love Lee. I go to Lee football games and Lee theater productions, and I go to Nisa orchestra concerts and Nisa art showcases. And I would not be the same person without the academics and teachers of Robert E. Lee High School. I am a National Hispanic Scholar and a National Merit semifinalist because of Lee and also because of Nisa. Nisa students have to balance rehearsals and art requirements as well as good grades, and so we are hardworking and focused in everything we do. In fact, I am only one of the 12 Nisa students being nationally recognized as scholars this year, which contributes to Lee's largest body of national scholars yet. Other Nisa students are similarly invested in the Lee High School experience. For example, the valedictorians of the past couple years have been mostly Nisa girls. And in addition, this year, all the National Honor Society officers are Nisa seniors. Last year, Nisa students made up a majority of the NHS officers. Nisa students have incredible passion and drive in academics and leadership positions as well as the arts because Nisa is a program that encourages hard work and determination. I would like to end by thanking the superintendent and the NEISD board for recognizing Nisa tonight and by taking a personal moment to reflect on what Nisa has been teaching me. 4 years of acting, voice, and dance classes have effectively prepared me for my upcoming college auditions. But almost more importantly, Nisa has taught me to be hardworking, disciplined, and ambitious in everything I do. I am so incredibly lucky to be going to Nisa. It has molded me into the college-bound student I am today. Thank you.
So thanks to all of you for